And good morning, everybody. Welcome into the show. All right. Today's going to be a nice, easy day. Not really a lot going on. Not a lot of news, to be honest with you. Let's see here. What do we have? I mean, I was searching for news this morning, and there's really nothing out there. I feel like everybody's a little bit hungover from all of the reaction that happened with the Fed this week, but that's perfectly fine. So looking at the futures, they are certainly pulling back right now. I am going to predict that we're going to have a down day today. I'm going to predict it. I don't know if it's going to be 4, 5, 6%, whatever, but it's going to be a down day. My favorite stuff that I've been reading has been the Bitcoin stuff. I mean, the Bitcoin stuff is becoming incredible. So we had a kid, acquaintance of ours, I should say. He texted us November 9th. You know what? Let me just pull up some charts here. November 9th of 2000 and BTC USD Bitcoin. So let's blow up the big chart if we can say that. So November 9th, 2021 here, November 10th, sorry. It hit a high of 69,000 on the nose. 69,000 on the nose. And when he sent that, he said that he was raising money for a crypto fund. Paul and I were missing out on huge opportunities to make between 20 and 60% annually or something like that. He also followed that up with, we should not be shorting Tesla. And he really praised that we're not shorting Tesla. So remember, this was November 10th that he said that. I'm sorry, November 9th that he said that, November 10th that they hit the peak. And Tesla hit its peak on November 4th, which was a high of 1243.49. So the crypto fund can't be doing too well right now. The Tesla fund cannot be doing too well right now. But I find it absolutely hilarious that, hey, guys, just like you get it, we get the same thing. People just say that, hey, whatever. I don't know. And then they justify everything. And I do find it funny that the majority of people that are in the crypto world, let's just start with this one story. Where is it? Where's the crypto thing? The crypto crash. I do find it funny that this guy says, in crypto, in the crypto fund that I advise, we've been 80% cash for a while now just because of choppy waters. Okay. I do find it funny that every single crypto person out there tells you that you don't get it, you're crazy, you got to invest in crypto, this and that. And then you come to find out when everything crashes, they're either lying or they're not being true to what their beliefs are because they're sitting in cash. Because this kid texted and said he's sitting in 50% cash or some nonsense like that. So this guy's sitting in 80% cash, but he's running a crypto fund. How are you supposed to have a fund if you don't deploy capital and you're sitting in 80% cash? It doesn't make any sense. But unfortunately, these levels, I'm not a buyer, according to this jokester. I love reading these things. I just love them. They make me feel so good about myself. It's historically true that we have weathered these types of storms. Historically true. Bitcoin's been around it's been around for a while, but it wasn't really until like 2018 that this became a real thing when it hit that 18,000 level. Nobody even heard of crypto before that if you weren't like some kind of techie kind of I had never heard of any Bitcoin or anything like that. But so I find it funny that they're basing this off of history of a whopping 4 years. But we are firmly in a bear market now. It never feels good. Short time horizon. I'm very nervous about these markets, and I think we're in for a lot of pain for the next few months, potentially longer. Anything else he said? Oh, this is good. This is the period where we're flushing out the system for crypto. It's kind of a good cleansing process we're going through. We need to weed out the froth, and we need to focus on applications that have utility. So you need to get rid of like 20,000 different cryptos or something. Bitcoin in particular, of course, is under pressure, yada, yada. Yeah, it's boring me. I don't want to read this anymore. But I do find it absolutely hilarious. Let's see what the futures are doing. Oh, 0.86. This was up. Okay, so they're falling. This was up 1.2% just before I clicked play. and go live on the show today. So that will be an interesting thing to see. What else should we go to? Oh, Amazon Prime Day. You can tell I'm just bebopping around today. Amazon Prime Day. It's going to be July 12th and 13th. And people are hoping that they can get a big discount based on inflation. So what do we have going on here? Amazon Prime Day Bonanza will arrive this year for a good time for bargain hunters trying to save on inflation. Look at some of these numbers. BlackFriday.com says 65% of American consumers have a Prime membership. That's incredible. Of those members, 88% plan to shop on Prime Day. Who has a plan to shop on Prime Day? I don't really have a plan to shop on Prime Day. Yeah. Nearly half of Americans, 47%, say they're waiting for Prime Day to make the biggest purchase of the year. Okay. I'll be honest with you. I have never found anything on Prime Day. The only thing, I will say this, the one thing that you do find, that I do find on Prime Day, is Amazon's items. So if I wanted to buy like an Amazon plug for a wall or any of the Amazon basics or something, those are the big sales, but I don't really see that much. I don't really see the big discounts. I shouldn't say, I don't see the big discounts. The discounts are there, but it seems like there's 4 items and there's 4 psychopaths that sit there and just click buy now until they get it. And it's basically the Walmart of the internet. And unfortunately, there's no fights, because my favorite day of the year, bar none, my favorite day of the year is Black Friday. The news that comes out several hours afterwards, where people are ghetto stomping each other and shooting each other and beating each other over toilet paper and 32-inch televisions and tampons. I just love it. There's nothing better than watching those people that go shopping on Black Friday in the Walmarts and such. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Amazon is offering the best. Yeah, the best is like in the South. The people in the South are the best. Amazon is offering a Prime Day membership trial as part of the event. eMarketer forecast Global Prime Day says that they're going to hit $12.52 billion in sales that day, with the bulk, or 7.76, taking place in the United States. The United States are expected to rise 16.8%. Oh my God. Yeah, the Walmart people only in America. The people of Walmart website is absolutely fantastic. Did anybody even know this? Walmart hosted an event for Walmart Plus members earlier this month. Did anybody know that? I have Walmart Plus and I didn't even know that. I don't know. It's amazing how terrible their marketing is versus Amazon's. Okay. Actually, it's really not. Amazon doesn't even market. They don't need to market. Elon. So this guy really, truly, this guy says what a lot of people want to say, but they don't say it. I guess if you're the richest man in the world, you got that going for you. But look at this. Look at this. Oh, you have a sick entertainment level. I love it. So he met with Twitter employees yesterday. All right. So the employees expressed many of their worries about layoffs and remote work because, remember, he said to Tesla employees that you need to be back in the office. And if you're not in the office, you're fired. All right, let's see. Success at Twitter. Musk wants it to reach 1 billion daily active users. Don't know when he wants that to happen, but he wants it to happen. Right now, Twitter said it's Q1 that it has 229 million daily active users, probably which of 220 of them are bots, but I digress. Musk diverts into discussion of aliens. The guy just started rambling on about aliens. He is just a legend. Musk says he doesn't care about being CEO, which I truly do believe. He says he cares about driving the product in a particular direction, and I believe that is free speech. Users should be allowed to say whatever they want to say on Twitter. Musk told Twitter employees that they should be allowed to say what they want to say. Not necessarily that Twitter has to promote it, but they should say what they want to say. Users have the right to filter out content they don't want to see. Interesting. I never really thought of that one. Musk said the most inclusive thing to do would be get all humans on Twitter. That when they were addressing inclusion and diversity. Musk addresses the possibility of layoffs. Here we go. He said it will all depend on the financial situation. Right now, I don't really think they're in the best situation, but we're going to see how that goes into the future. Musk has a strong bias toward in-person work. Tesla makes cars. You can't make cars remotely. He did not detail what his policy would be for Twitter on remote work, but if someone is exceptional at their job, remote work is fine. But he has a strong bias towards people working in person. If they're not getting things done, why are they at the company? Free speech. People should be allowed to say what they want, but that doesn't mean Twitter should promote it. Did I highlight anything else? There you go. I mean, all of that sounds like basic common sense to me, but I'm no genius. Everyone knows inflation is on fire, but this is what is really fueling it. Interesting stats here. So combined, food, energy, and shelter make up 54% of CPI. Here you go. Service, less energy services. Think big ticket items such as shelter, but also more obscure things such as lawn care companies, veterinarian bills, and car rentals. Together, they amount for 57% of CPI, and that has risen 5.2% over the past 12 months. Here's a chart for you. Commodities, less food and energy commodities, that's household supplies, appliances, clothing. That makes up 21.4% of the index, 8.5% increase. Yikes. Where are we? Energy, such as fuel, oil, propane, make up 4%, small number. Electricity and gas make up a small percent, 3.4%, but those are up 16.2% and 50.3% this year. Food is up 11.9%. I don't know how people are affording to live right now because wages are not increasing. They say they're increasing, but how much are they increasing? That's the thing I really want to know. It's nuts. Yeah. Okay, next. Housing market. Nothing is getting me more excited than the housing market because I do want to buy a home in the South so I can go watch the Walmart fights. But housing market reset is becoming more than that. Costs are rising for buyers. Confidence for builders is falling. List prices are getting cut, which is a wonderful thing. And if the idea that the housing cycle is the business cycle that holds any sway, the road ahead is not pretty. It showed that in May, the pace of new home construction, this is very important. You have to pay attention to the home builders. Pay attention to the home builders like Lennar, Pulte, KB Homes, Beazer. Make sure you pay attention to those. Watch them for shorts if you're trading. It's going to be pretty awesome. The other thing, pay attention to your Home Depot and pay attention to your Lowe's. That's a really good thing to pay attention to. Okay, here we go. 30-year fixed rates, 20% down, 5.78%. That's your loan right now. Highest rate since November 2008, largest one-week increase since 1987. We all remember 1987. And if you don't remember 1987, go watch A Wolf of Wall Street. I wrote this in here because I didn't want to forget to say it because I forgot to say it yesterday. Listen, you can't shut down a global economy and just have a super V-shaped recovery, whatever they said. You can't have this. I'm sorry. You just can't have this. This is not how basic economics work. You can't go from here, COVID, to here with supply chain issues, everything issues, this issue, that issue, inflation, printing, nonsense. It's just, you can't do that and pay no penalty. We're paying the penalty now. It's finally the chickens are coming home to roost. Jerome Powell said that the housing market is going to experience a reset. At least one economist said that reset might not be a strong enough word to describe what's going to happen. The next few months will bring further steep declines in housing construction and give collapse in mortgage demand, which is, listen, mortgage demand went surging to heights never seen before. What's the opposite of that? On the pendulum. Draw this freaking pendulum all the time. I'm going to draw it in blue here. Here's the pendulum. There it is. Here's your euphoric highs. And here's your depressing lows. And here you are with mortgages all the way up here. Okay? Where do you think this pendulum is going to swing after that? It's not going to stop right here. Nope. It's going all the way over here. So there's going to be some serious issues in the mortgage industry. The housing market isn't crashing, but it's experiencing a hangover as it comes down from an unsustainable high. Housing demand has already cooled significantly to the point that the industry has been facing layoffs. This is from Redfin. I would say if you are a home buyer or a young person looking to buy a home, you need a bit of a reset. This is Powell. We need to get back to a place where supply and demand are back together, where inflation is down low again. Mortgage rates are low again. So this will be a process whereby we ideally do work in a way that the housing market settles in a new place and the housing availability and credit availability is at lower appropriate levels. So that's that for the news today. I don't know. There's not too exciting, but oh well. All right, let's see. Mo, you can say blew this up on YouTube. Oh, it's better that a guy named Osama is telling a guy named Mustafa that you could say this, that you could say blow this up on YouTube. I love it. I love it. All right. Do you agree with the surrender delivered by France, Germany, Italy from Russia to all? I have no idea what that means. Crypto bulls are still preaching it's our salvation. That's true. What else do we have? Hey Mo, do crashes happen because dumb money gets scared and pulls out of the market? It's a mixture of things. It's not just the quote unquote dumb money. Fairy dust story time with Mo. I love it. Mo, but Matt Damon said crypto is the future. That is true. He is a very, very wise investor. So he actually, Ray Dalio is so good at what he does and Bill Ackman because Matt Damon, is that who you said? Matt Damon trained them. So that's how they became so good at managing their hedge funds, actually. Mo, hopefully you were like this in school. Read a few sentences, then I don't want to read this anymore. Hans, that's how you earned a 2.2 GPA and graduate 375 out of 400 in your class. So yes, that is exactly how I was. And if my mother is listening, she can attest to that. Holy shnikes, Mo's wearing a collared shirt. Mo, are you going to an interview? I got to play golf today, so I got to wear this. Black Friday and Prime Day are pointless with this inflation. SPY just went negative for the day. You serious? Are you for real? No, it didn't. Fake news. Mo is like Bill Gates not knowing the cost of a gallon of milk. I don't know the cost of a gallon of milk. Mo, you have a sick level of entertainment. Thank you very much. Walmart Plus means you get to use the restroom on location. Why is Baba up pre-market? I don't know. And the Tesla Model X is how much? It's 128,000 rounding up. More than 60% of executives believe the recession is coming in the next 12 months. Yes. The Shiba Army said it's laying off its recruiters. Sad. Mo, a slightly less... Okay. Musk, where are we? Twitter needs free speech. Also, Musk, we need premium accounts. Ha! What else do we have? Baba's up 10% pre-market. RIP. Mo, you mentioned that the Fed will speak tomorrow in your video. I did the video on Tuesday, so I misspoke. That's what happens. Where do I start tracking the markets? Right over here. During the pre-market, you could check it out on Yahoo Finance. But when you are looking at the market, you can go to everythingmoney.com and track it on there. What are the yields doing? 1.5, unbelievable. 1.5 on the man, look at that. 3 on the 10. So pay attention to these two. I say it all the time. Pay attention to those two. We have 5 and 10 are still inverted. Ooh, the 5 and 30 are inverted. Check that out. 5 and 30 are inverted. Well, that's exciting. Any earnings today? Probably not. Any earnings next week? Probably not. Oh, yeah, the home builders next week. So we have Lennar. KB Homes is next week. What else do we have? I think I saw one this day too. Did I not? No, I didn't. Okay. So you got a couple of home builders next week. Anyways, let's get to some stonks and we'll go through there. Nike is almost sub 100. Hell yeah. SPY did go negative. I think you were looking at the futures. I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. Oh, well, of course I'm looking at the futures. Futures are up. What else do we have? So Mo was at the bottom of his class and I was towards the top. One of us. I'm telling you, school is stupid. School does nothing but tells you that you are able to learn. That's all it is. But the nonsense that they spew to you in school and teach you and make you learn, why the hell am I reading about Shakespeare and Macbeth? Pick up a real book. This is stupid. And then now the literature, you gotta learn the history of that. Okay, cool. You go learn the history of it. I'll learn something else that's actually useful. Let's see here. Oxy is getting spanked, and we are finally coming into that downtrend. And when oil falls, if you've been swing trading this, great job. When oil breaks and turns into a long-term downtrend, you are going to be a happy camper. Let's go over to XOM. I'm sure it's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. A little bit more work to go over here, but we are going to have to see what is going on with that. And of mice and men, that was literally the worst. You guys want to hear a funny story? All right, story time. So when I graduated high school, amazingly, I literally went to high school to play baseball. I just wanted to stay eligible, and that's why I graduated with 2.2 GPA. So last thing of the year, you had to read this book Of Mice and Men, which was terrible. I didn't really read it, but I watched the movie, which doesn't really correlate to the book, I found out. And I had to write a big paper on it. So you had like a couple of months to write this paper because it had to be this big, long literature, stupid thing. Luckily, the teacher that I had her in 8th grade, 9th grade, and my senior year. So she was a very nice woman. She knew me. She knew I didn't really apply myself very well. So what happened from there is I had a friend write the paper for me. And he was a very good writer. He was a very artsy person. He went to like film school and all this crap. But outside of that, it doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does matter. He's just started putting in the most absurd things. And he was like, can I put this in there? And I'm like, I don't care. Write whatever you want. So it was a lot of totally wrong information, much with his actual pretty good writing. So we turned it in, and the teacher says to me, you had to pass this. If you didn't pass this, you weren't graduating. And she says to me, you didn't write this paper. Who wrote this paper? And I said, I certainly did not write this paper. I had a friend write it for me. I won't tell you who the friend is. Of course, she knew who the friend was. And then she went and spoke to my mother, and we convinced her to let me get a D on the paper instead of an F so I can get the hell out of that school. That's a great story. So, moral of the story, I barely graduated high school. All right, next. Let's see here. Let's look at AMD. AMD. You know, I was really torn on AMD yesterday when I was looking at this. Here's the issue that you're coming into. You are sitting at a very heavy consolidation level. My poor parents more so my dad than my mom. He was, dad really wanted me to do well in school. He was top of his class. He was top of his class in college. He was top of his class in medical school. He was top of his class when he was a resident and in fellowship and everything. And he just wanted me to be a good student. All I wanted to do was not be a student. So, let's see here. This one, see this resistance that I'm drawing? It is so strong. I really hesitated on this one yesterday. I did not take a position in AMD because it's sitting at that very strong resistance point. I'm not convinced that this is going to stay here and we're not going to get a bear market rally coming over the next couple of weeks. So I did not go ahead and start a position here. What else do we have? AMD is almost sub 80. Yeah, I don't know where AMD ever was. What was it? 170? Okay. So here's AbbVie. AbbVie has had an incredible head and shoulders pattern that has just fallen. This is what you get with head and shoulders patterns, and it's just going to keep falling. Really good downtrend. The question is going to be, will AbbVie hold the 200-day moving average? The good thing that it has going for it is the sector that it's in. The sector that it's in has been holding relatively strong compared to the market. And that sector, of course, is pharma. So we're going to have to see what goes on there. Okay, let's see here. J&J. Okay, let's look at another pharma. Same thing. So here's the deal. Pharma is trying to hold the 200-day moving average. Give me, what is the ticker symbol? XLE is energy. XLB is building. XL. What's the pharma sector ticker symbol? XL what? XL. Damn, I can't remember off the top of my head. I used to have the 11 sectors memorized, and then I just forgot them. Well, somebody give me the XLV. Thank you very much. Healthcare. There we go. Thank you very much. Oh, wow. Okay. I was fully expecting this 200-day moving average to be right here, holding with the rest of the time. So that means that a lot of we just got lucky and pulled up those two. It looks like we need to check out and make sure that it's on a stock by stock basis. I was expecting that the entire industry was going to be sitting right at the 200-day moving average, but that is certainly not true. PayPal is getting abused. Oh, here we go with PayPal. Look at this, guys. What is right there? What the current price? That is very strong resistance. If this drops below, we are coming down to this $40 level. I promise you that. If that drops below, we are coming down to this $40 level. If you shorted this up in here in September, Amazing job. Absolutely amazing job. Absolutely amazing job. Futures just fell off a cliff. Where is the internet? The interwebs, as the youngins say. Oh, yeah, here we go. Futures are falling. I love it. Futures are falling. Great. According to Kevin O'Leary, crypto would be the 12th sector of the S&P. Yes, also according to Kevin O'Leary, the United States has no chance of going into a recession because this was after the Jerome Powell literally said everything is pointing to a recession without actually saying it. He said, we are not coming close to a recession. None of the statistics say recession. I wonder if he's dyslexic or something, because every indicator says that we're going into a recession. Every indicator for a long time has said we're going into a recession. Let's get some of this hippie green juice. Are you playing Activision arbitrage? Mm-hmm. PHM is getting spanked. Yeah, all home builders are going to get turned up from the floor up. Is that the saying? Anyways. Same thing here. This is doing the same thing as PayPal. Look at here. If this drops below this current level, if this probably goes to like $50, you have some serious moving. Oh my God. I remember buying Square. Trading Square in the $10 level. And that was in 2017. I remember that very distinctly, that I was trading Square in the $10 region in 2017 when it first came out and IPO'd. If this drops below, let me clear these lines so I can actually give you an accurate number. If this drops below 52, holy moly. All right, let's go look at some home builders. Let's look at Pulte first. So yeah, Pulte's just getting used and abused. I mean, this is fantastic. So if you want to do something with a short here, you probably can. Let's go look at Beezer. Is it Beezer? There we go. BZH. That's right. And then we'll look at, look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Beezer, Pulte, MI Homes. Is MI in here? Is MI Home? I can't remember their ticker symbol. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All the homes are going to look the same. HRB. Let's look at HRB. So HRB is the market open? No. HRB is getting yanked down. Big engulfing candlestick yesterday. You didn't really have trend going for you, but you're all right. When this drops, below $32, this thing is going to fall so hard, your head's going to spin. Does Kevin O'Leary like El Salvador? Yeah, I assume he likes El Salvador because they went to crypto. I wonder how that's working out for their economy. They're probably flossing, don't worry. So if Meta drops below 158, you're going to go for a wild ride. And the wild ride is going to probably take you to 130. You're going to go for a wild ride here. So was Albert Einstein. My father's dyslexic. So it's funny. My mentor who taught me trading, he is 100% dyslexic. He did not graduate high school. Speaking of people, he did not graduate high school. 16 years old, he dropped out of high school, went to work on the farm for his dad, realized didn't want to work on the farm, so he started to learn stock trading. At the age of 22, he took an oil company public. At the age of 39, he took the largest commercial land real estate company public. Dyslexic. Teaches trading, still does trading, and his wife always jokes and says, the only reason that you're a good trader is because you see one thing and you do the opposite and it works out for you. So that's pretty funny. But that is that. It's incredible. So let's see. PG is also getting killed. Procter & Gamble, another farm. It's in the healthcare industry, but it's not really pharma. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Okay, let's see. Again, so if they drop below their low of, what day was that? If they drop below the low of the 15th, so Wednesday, below 129, and stay, you'll have something. Here's what can happen. Because on Tuesday, I would have said if it drops below 132.50 and stays, you'll have something. It dropped below and you notice it didn't stay. Let me zoom in here and blow this up. It's been confirmed that I can say blow this up on YouTube. So notice how it came down and I said, and stays. and it didn't stay. It moved right back up to 132.50. Yesterday, we had a little bit of relative strength with the green day. Actually, we did have relative strength yesterday because it finished up 0.61%. So pay attention to this one to go long, of course, with relative strength. But with that being said, staying power is very important. You need to have staying power. Is ARK deep value yet? Yeah, ARK is deep value right now. I mean, if you put value on companies that make no money, then yes, this is very deep value. I mean, yeah. All right. So if ARK, I don't even know what to say about this. If ARK drops below $33, this thing has zero support in here. Zero. Let's see if I can draw. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm going for. There is zero support in here. And this thing can certainly come back to these 2016 levels of $15. $15. The casino is open. The casino is open. DFS, Discover Financials. Big down day yesterday. If you were in this still, go. You're fine. But anyways, try to say zoom in. The problem, Aces Cafe just said, instead of saying blow up, say zoom in. The problem if I say zoom, I have to ring this every time, because if I hear the word zoom, it just automatically happens that I have to ring the bell. So I can't say the word zoom, or my hand just automatically goes to a bell and I have to ring it. So that's the problem with saying the word zoom. All right, Boeing. Let's see. Boeing did have relative strength yesterday. It was positive. So we're going to have to see what happens there. If you want to try to swing trade this up, you certainly can try, but it's not going to be the nicest ride for you, I don't think. Moderna, most disruptive company in the whole world. They're so good that they actually made a big stock gain without any pipeline, but that's okay. What do I know? All right, Micron is falling hard. Looks like $56 this morning. We're going to have to see. Let's check the futures and see what's going on here. I'm sorry, not the futures. Let's check what the stock market is going on. Dow is negative. Nasdaq's slightly Nasdaq's pretty it's slightly positive relative to the insane days that we have on basically a regular basis at this point. But we're going to have to see what happens. I actually wanted to pull out one more story here and talk about it. I just hope it's still there. Where is it? Please be up. Please be up. Please be up. I should have just saved the story. Oh, come on. I should have just saved the story. Damn it. I really wanted to read this story. It was basically a story of Jim Cramer saying that he was going to tell you the 2 stocks that you should buy, even though, I got to put something in here. Where was it? Hold on. I got to pull up my texts. Let's get this up here. Hold on. I got to pull this up. I have to pull this up. I can't not pull this up. Twitter. On March 25th, Jim Cramer said that the bear market was over. Since then, the S&P is down 19.1% at new lows, and it is actually a bear market. Also, Jim Cramer said that the only thing that you need to buy, the only dip that you can buy, is oil. And he said that right around here when Chevron was at 174. Today it's at 154. XOM, he said it around 104. It is now at $91. The guy's a genius. So here's the best way to invest. If you don't know how to invest in ETFs, if you don't know what stocks to pick, if you have no idea what you're doing in the world in the stock market and you really don't want to know, this is what you got to do. Short, watch CNBC every night. Mad Money, 6 p.m. Tune in. Everything that he says, do the opposite, and you'll be a multimillionaire like nobody's business. I guess Monday's a national holiday, so I won't be here. See you on Tuesday. Catch you on the flippy flop.